If one takes evolution seriously, it has implications for the topic of the meaning of life. The fundamental facts of humans is that we evolved in small hunting-gathering groups. That's a fundamental fact. There is such a thing as human nature. Now, existentialists argue there is no such thing as human nature. It's a social construction. They don't take evolution seriously. They can't. They couldn't remain existentialist if they did. But if one takes evolution seriously, then some of the implications of it are that not any answer to the meaning of life will do. For example, suppose I decide, well, I'm going to choose my meaning of life is to be a hermit. And I choose that as the meaning of my life. Well, the meaning of life is supposed to deeply satisfy us. It's supposed to fulfill us. When people don't have a strong sense of the meaning of life, they have existential anxiety, they get neuroses, they get physical illnesses, the immune system is not working as well, all the rest of it. Biology is statistical. Okay, now there might be some people who, like psychopaths, can find a deeply meaningful life in not having anything to do with humans, living alone. But that's not the norm of the species. We're a social species. We need to develop bonds with other human beings. We need to develop bonds with our environment. We evolved in small hunting-gathering groups. We had to gain knowledge of our environment in order to survive. We had to develop love and friendship bonds with those in our group and have sympathy and empathy in order to survive. These are deep needs in most human beings. Biology is statistical. Again, you could probably find some human beings who don't need this, but they're not the norm. They're statistical anomalies, just like psychopaths are statistical anomalies. So an existentialist says, anything goes. There is no meaning of life. You can choose anything you want. You're free. Well, guess what? You're a human being. You're not free to choose any answer to the meaning of life and have it be deeply satisfactory. Evolutionary biology undermines the philosophy here, and it opens up new possibilities. If we take seriously evolutionary biology, our hunting-gathering past, there are two avenues that we must pursue, either one or the other, to have a deeply meaningful life. And if you look at people who found their lives deeply meaningful, you will find them in roughly two categories. Albert Schweitzer, Mother Teresa, Gandhi. These are people who devoted their lives to others, and not just human beings, animals too. They devoted their lives to others. They were shining examples. They didn't wax philosophical and say, oh, my life is so meaningless. No, they found it deeply meaningful. Another avenue is the pursuit of knowledge. You look at top scientists, research scientists, those who pursue knowledge in their field. Darwin, Einstein, Newton, the list goes on and on and on. They didn't wax philosophical and say, gee, my life, just seems so meaningless. Why don't I just jump off a bridge or something like that? No, they found their lives deeply meaningful. And the philosopher Nozick keyed into this, that not every answer to the meaning of life will do. He argued there's basically two. One is the pursuit of bonding relations with other humans. The other one is the pursuit of knowledge. He was right. He just didn't put in an evolutionary perspective, and that's what I do in my final chapter.